Have I seen how insanely metal the Diablo 4 intro is? I have not. No, I've been relatively spoiler-free for all Diablo 4 stuff. I guess they do have the open beta right now, right? I should potentially play it. I'm busy at the moment. I've been playing some of the Diablo 2 Resurrected with some family members. We all played it a lot growing up, and so it's such a nostalgia trip to go back to that. They do indeed. Nice. Yeah, has anyone checked out the Diablo 4 beta? In general, how are people feeling about Diablo 4? Is it exciting or is it lackluster? I've heard pretty much nothing about it so far. It's very, very dark, thematically or literally, or both maybe. Makes you feel like they crossed Diablo with a horror game. Oh, interesting. I do like that. I've always been a pretty big fan of the horror genre, so that definitely interests me. Some more cutscenes for the story progression. Very cool. I've always really liked the Diablo cutscenes. Diablo 2 had so many good ones. But okie dokes. So there we go, first floor of Pan. It's easy, right folks? There's no way that this is gonna blow up in our face, especially not in the very next region or anything like that, right? Couldn't possibly be me. Ooh, there's blinking, which, as promised, we'll probably be getting rid of as soon as possible here. Not by choice, of course, but just because that seems to be the general trend of things. I'm also now thinking back to the vestibule fight. Was there something there that had Dispel Undead? Was I not paying attention and something was dispelling undead? Because that would explain the absurd amounts of damage we were taking, now that I think about it. I've really got to start paying attention. It's a good thing that we've had this tiny bit of a warm-up period to get ourselves back in the groove, because that is a potential nightmare if we still haven't sorted things out and come to a bit of a game plan by the later stages. But there we go. Hell Sentinel kind of cheesed a little bit there. I have no problem admitting to that. Just making sure that we had friends nearby, friends of the enemy, I should say, nearby, so that they weren't bothering us. Here we go. Now that's a Panlord. Ridiculous armor class, Bolt of Cold and Firestorm, plus Paralyze? Oh geez. That's not gonna cut it, Trog. Or it is? Wait, what the heck happened? Was I wrong? Turns out, Panlord was nothing compared to two big ogre boys. How about that? I mean, if a single Firestorm would have obviously murdered both of them instantaneously, but ifs and buts, so we don't have to worry about that here today. You get about 20 minutes in, there's a scene of a priest getting beat to death by his parishioners. Oh, lovely. Just fantastic. Where's that tormentor? There we go. Fantastic. And we'll just finish off this floor, I guess. Nothing really going on. Have some semblance of hope after seeing how the brothers performed, though I don't think that's a performance we can rely on very much here. Oh, there's someone invisible next to us, keeping the Hell Sentinel from doing too many blasts of damnation. That's fantastic. Thank you, sir. Not too shabby. And onwards we go. Onwards and upwards, shall we? Holy moly. Perfect. Still just regular pen, which I'm happy to see for now. There might come a time where we lose some of our patience and want things to progress a bit faster, but for the moment, I'm very much happy to get a little bit of extra experience, some more potential consumables to pick up. It's all well and good here. So that is beautiful. Oh, my executioner friend. Another thing I do have to be slightly more cautious of moving forward is Holy Wrath weapons. We definitely want to make sure we're not taking anything for granted as we continue to make our way forward. But we'll see how it goes, of course. Oh, my friends, goodbye. Oof, oof, oof. So at the very least, Hellions are pretty squishy, but that damnation definitely takes a wallop out of us here, especially considering the fact that Torment we don't have to care about whatsoever. Torment is easy pickings. Unfortunately, the same cannot be said for that gosh darn damnation. There we go. And where is the Panlord on this floor? Maybe locked away, or we're doing a bit of a ring around the rosy type deal. Regardless, do I even want to bother with the rest of the floor? I guess there might be a blink scroll just waiting around one of these corners for us to pick up. I'm also hoping that some of these demon spawns eventually come forward with a nice tower shield. Oh, our current kite shield is useless. Let's swap over to this fire resistance one. I didn't even realize that we were still just using a base +0 kite shield. At the very least, we can beat that right away, so that's fantastic. Very much on the lookout, though, for something even better. So fingers crossed, folks. Let's hope we see that sooner rather than later. And fantastic. Onwards we go. Ooh, our first holy enemies. Hello, my friend. Nothing we can't handle so far. Scroll of Poison will probably drop at some point, potentially even relatively soon, since that's not going to be super useful for us. Who did this? You are going to be a problem, my friend. Let's switch to javelins. In fact, if I can hit all 3 summoners with 1 javelin throw, that is beautiful. We did have the Revenant there that is able to dispel undead, so definitely had to finish that off as quickly as we possibly could. But so far, so good. And let's just step right into the midst there just to make sure, take out the summoner instead of dealing with all of the popcorn there. Fantastic. So Tits Middles are something we have to be worried about. Yeah, 3d32 on that Dispel Undead. Packs quite the wallop, unfortunately. And there's not a heck of a lot we can do to quickly murder those sons of guns, so it's all going to be a little fast and loose. Oh hey, you do have a Chaos hit, so that we do have to be concerned about that, but otherwise this is a fairly straightforward enemy at the very least. Let's bring out the Box of Beasts, and hopefully by our powers combined, we can do some good work here. Just don't paralyze me. In fact, if you could haste me or something like that, that would be very lovely. Exceptionally poisoned. Now, so we can switch over to our silver boomerangs just to help finish things off. Beautiful. Not too shabby whatsoever so far. And let's see what the rest of the floor has in store, shall we? Hello, all my demonic friends. Goodbye. And just hold down that tab key. At the risk of potentially a Hail Sentinel coming around the corner and me regretting everything. But we'll see how it goes. Yeah, again, Tits Middles. I feel like I need a better way of dealing with you. One option is to use javelins. Unfortunately, we just didn't quite get the stack I would have liked. In fact, especially considering the fact that we had shoals in this game, didn't we? We did. We had shoals, and we got so few javelins, unfortunately. So we don't exactly have that to work with. I was trying to remember why we weren't wearing these, and then I recalled that -3 intelligence. I mean, we could potentially, I guess, we could try it out and swap between them a little bit. Gives us a bit of extra AC as well. Can't swap mid-fight, though. So if we go brain dead in the middle of a fight, doesn't quite feel like a brilliant plan, does it? We'll have to think about that one as we continue on. Am I ever going to use this Broad Axe of Flaming? Potentially. Let's drop the Poison Scrolls for now. And we'll make harder decisions if we do happen to come across something beautiful as we continue forward. We can keep that in mind. And offering us another escape portal. Those things are meant to be rare. Maybe the game is trying to tell me a little something here. Unfortunately, we're not listening though. So we'll just continue making our way about. Hello, my blizzard friend. Goodbye. And not too shabby. We get a bit of extra damage from the mage maulers here, especially since we don't have any other use for our mana anyway, so it seemed like a good use of our magic points to at least do something or another. Bit of a mark coming down, not the end of the world. In fact, we'll just deal with everything as they come for us. That is beautiful. Nice vault. Oh, I don't trust it whatsoever, though. These ones always are. They know just how to tempt you. Look at all those artifact rings. Doesn't it look like just the best treat? But we go in, we get this wand of digging, and then we have to dig our way through. And I wouldn't be surprised if all the walls drop at some point and they leave us stranded in the middle of danger. Both Zot and Pan follow my rule of almost every single portal vault that you can see is deceptively terrifying and probably not worth it at the end of the day. We do have tellies, but we saw how things had gone in the past. Let's see. So we have 3 artifact rings, Potion of Resistance, Scroll of Fog. Let's take a look at our rings. I'm still just using a stat stick. Do it? Well, let's take a look. Because now that I see that we don't actually have any rings, I am slightly tempted. You know what? Let's see what we're dealing with. I feel like I should probably look it up. Okay. Gain 9 charges. Oh, that's what we have to worry about. Right. All of our lovely friends here digging. Going to be a bit of a problem, so let's stay at the end of the hallway here. And no, let's not focus on them. Let's instead try to take these buddies down a few at a time. So far, this doesn't seem too bad. Not the end of the world. We'll continue to let enemies just slowly filter in here, if we can help it. But this is where things get nasty with all of our damnation flinging buddies. Okay, I'm gonna fight my way in because I actually want to get into the unbreakable walls here if I can at all do so. Let's Trog's hand for a little bit of extra regen mid-fight. Not too bad at the moment, but there we go. Found ourselves into a little bit of relative safety, so that's lovely. And fantastic. Alright, if you could just come right this way, my friend. Okay, that actually wasn't the end of the world here. Not too shabby. Let's try to use our dig charges as effectively as we can here. This gives us our exit, access to at least one of the rings. Trying to think, is there any other... If I stand here, I can't do diagonal. If I stand here, no. Here, yes, but I'm not sure what the range will look like. Let's take a peek, shall we? No, not exactly better. That wasn't that bad. It wasn't. I feel like we got lucky, though, I will say. So worth checking out just to see. But it could have been a heck of a lot worse, to say the least. And now we'll come in here, and we'll do a diagonal like this, Get the resistance potion. Hopefully the third one is the charm here. Unfortunately, nothing too incredible at the moment. Oof. Bit of extra magic, I guess, means more infused damage from our maulers, but not looking too great here. So this buddy, we're currently getting Arlec and our corrosion. Bit of flight doesn't hurt. This, replace the Arlec. Yeah, unfortunately, it's all kind of trash. But hey, got a bit of experience. Did a rare teleport vault, since I usually do just ignore those completely. Ah. Well. Is this? Could it be? I mean, looking at the enemies, it definitely seems like TSO's fortress. The flip side of that, though, is I am not seeing the usual floor that I have come to expect from TSO's fortress, but that's fine. Let's let everyone come to us. Hopefully clear a bit of a safe spot for us to hang out. And let's see, magic mapping, shall we? Look at that. It is indeed. So this is both the most terrifying place we could have been dropped, as well as potentially the best, as long as we don't die too quickly to any of these sons of guns. Very good odds that we get a fantastic shield here, so I'm hoping that we do come to see that. This Ghoul TSO is very bad. Exactly. That's why it's a bit of a risky proposition. But hey, we've been through this area on Undead before. It's not the end of the world. It's just close to it. Let's try and soften this buddy up as they approach, and then just get the heck out of those holy flames as soon as possible. Fantastic. Okie dokie. See that our exclusion is only in spirit. The game doesn't quite understand that I just wanted to avoid this entire area if at all possible. Let's also swap away from our silver boomerangs, seeing as how they're not going to be doing any extra work here. At least I wouldn't expect them to. That's perfect. Drop in another exclusion just so, and fantastic. We have an out. If things start to go horribly wrong, we at least have an out, so that's lovely. Enchant armor, that's what we're looking for. A few more of those, please and thank you, game. On to our last boomerang. Let's hopefully make it last here. See how it goes. Oh, never mind. Did not make it last. But that is just fine. We can at the very least cheese the ever-living crap out of the Apis here, so that's lovely. Get a bit of reflection on our cherub buddies. And then hopefully get an opportunity to heal up. Hey, Kyopus. Nice to see you. Run is definitely going well so far. Had an immediate close call in the Vestibule of Hell, but since then things have at least, you know, settled into a bit of a steady state, so that's nice. No promises for the rest of it, though. We'll have to see how it goes. Just get some additional bodies in here, dealing extra damage. Nothing that a couple of rampaging berserkers can't take care of. Just by to say you had Francis, Nikolai, McLaudel, and Asterion all on Snake 1. Jeez Louise. Well, that's a bit of a nightmare waiting to happen. I'm assuming you just immediately turned around the opposite direction. You were stupid enough to fight them all, and luckily you managed to do it, though. Oh, hey. Perfect. I mean, that is what I love to hear. It's very much my general playstyle, is regardless of whether something is feasible or possible, sometimes you just got to start blasting. As senseless as it may seem. Okie dokie. Back to clearing out all of our angelic friends. I really don't want to mulch too many of these silver boomerangs in case we need silver in the late game and we run out of Ah. Alright, Trog. Now's your time to shine, buddy. Show me what you can do. Show me what you got. Attaboy. Wonderful job, my troll friend. And yes, if you could continue doing all the heavy lifting for me, hopefully gives us an opportunity to just heal up a little bit here. Jeez Louise. And continue to assist from afar here. Beautiful. Right, we won't regen with the Apis, so even though we're completely safe from them, we do have to take a bit of a step back from our problems. Oh, fan down. Beautiful. I can just hide here for a moment. Oh, geez Louise. Oh, this is going to be a stressful little area. So far, we're not finding any game-changing shields, so I'm tempted to just pass and continue forward here. Develop Ice Elementalist, and he had some powerful spells and good artifacts. Nice, that's awesome. Well, very happy to hear it. I hope the rest of the run continues to, well, hopefully goes better in terms of luck, but continues to go well in terms of being able to take care of those tricky situations. That was too close for comfort. Those devas are scary. I'm hoping that we don't run into a Seraph. That's my main takeaway here. Oh, no, do not walk into the cloud of blessed fire. Oh gosh. Okay. Do you have a fancy shield? No, just a standard one, unfortunately. Let's get... Oof. Yeah, already out of options with Trog here, unfortunately. Probably shouldn't have even come to this building. This is always the building that's just filled to the brim with devas. So we're going to read an early teleport and then just take some steps back from the problem. Okie dokie. I think we might just get the heck out of Dodge here. Hello, my friends. Is it worth it to step into Holy Flame? I think it just might be. Yeah, there's some chance that we get beautiful stuff here, but there's no guarantee, so let's just hop on out, shall we? Another run is over. You died in Slime 5 to 4 Rock Slime nuking the road, or after nuking the Royal Jelly. It's 100% your fault though. You relaxed after Royal Jelly was over and got overconfident. I totally feel you there. I've definitely been in the same boat many a time. But sorry to hear it, my friend. Hopefully, may your next run go more smoothly. Okay. Immediately sent into Lomlabomb's lair here. I mean, we do have a bit of an interesting potential option here. Can I make the 2 steps to the room? I don't really want Lomlabomb showing up in the future, which they will if we don't murder them here. But we're not in the, shall we say, best of positions. Wait, you have Abjuration? I didn't see that on your list. Interesting. Am I losing my mind? How did you get rid of my summon immediately? Oh geez, folks. Well, thank you. I will pick up the rune. Then I'm gonna read a teleport. Oh, you are still here. What the heck? You just... Oh, you blinked. Oh, I see what happened. Interesting. Well... teleport me out? Fantastic. Okay, well we got our first Pandemonium rune. Wow. I'm still gonna have to make a bit of a decision here. If we want to try to fight them or risk Lomlabon showing up later on in the run. Because it's tempting, for sure, to just ninja the heck out of runes and then leave. Solves a lot of problems, to say the least. So let's see, let's, for now, just clear out the rest of the zone here as safely as we possibly can, and then we'll make the hard decisions later, once we get a little closer to needing to do so. Ninja, odds are against you as it is. We'll see, we'll see. Sometimes it's not about what the best play is, but what my dumb brain decides to do, or what is the most fun. I definitely, you know, we came here for a challenge, so we can try to appreciate it, you know, let it mellow a bit, enjoy the full flavor of hopelessness here as we continue forward. But we shall see. Lomlabon is one of the ones that I was a bit more concerned with, just because of constantly getting knocked around by polar winds is a bit of a deal breaker in many ways. I'm trying to think of who else. I mean, Therabob is going to be rough too. Glorx and Mjolnir. Maybe not the end of the world. Glorx, we at least, being undead, have a lot of good opportunities there. I'm probably forgetting that they cast a spell undead or some silly shenanigans like that, but as always, we will burn that bridge when we get there. So, do we just get the heck out of here? You know? Might let this decision percolate for just a few minutes here. I'm just gonna run out, quickly pour some food for Doggo, and then we'll be right back to either keep moving on through Pan, or face off against one of our worst matchups here. Don't go anywhere and we'll be right back.